TV out. And what's the equipment that we're bringing out here?
So right now we have your connection for the webcam to your laptop. It's a fairly long cable. And if you look at this one, we have a USB-A. So if you don't have a USB-A, there will be a need for a converter, but
That'll work with a MacBook Air.
correct.
Got it.
When we have this
Or
guy,
MacBook Pro.
USB-C connects to the back. We'll just leave this connected so it doesn't have to be disconnected when we put everything back in the box.
So camera connects to the laptop. Any Apple laptop will work.
Correct.
He said a MacBook Pro. Does the MacBook Pro still have a USB-A on there, or USB-B? On his, or are you running all USB-Cs on there, on the MacBook? What year is the MacBook?
I'm not sure. Probably a couple years old. 2 years maybe.
He may only have USB-Cs.
Do you have a dongle or anything that didn't? Camera has a little stand. This stand has two rests, one for the front of the TV, one for the back. This will also allow you to angle the camera. So you're going to want to be able to set it at any location that's preferable to you. And you're going to just adjust this until it holds to the camera's angle that you prefer. So for example, if you want it straight ahead, if you want it tilted, you can change the angle of the mount to basically just hug the monitor. It's not going to click in, it's not going to make a snap. It's just there to provide temperature.
Can we just leave it fastened to the monitor when we put the TV away, or no?
You can, but at the same time, because it's not snapping in, it could come loose and then damage it.
Okay.
So if you do find an angle you prefer, you can leave it like that, but just understand that it's just a soft motion. It's not going to be a hard clip. So it is one of those things where you could quickly just tether onto it. When you connect your laptop and you start the meeting, share your screen to be able to show your camera. You'll be able to see what's showing on the screen. So at least you can actually adjust to when needed. TV setup, camera setup. One, connect your laptop to the actual camera. Make sure that it's connected. Two, you're going to want to connect yourself to the Wi-Fi. Let's assume that you are connected to the guest network. That'll allow you to be able to connect. If not, use a phone, use something hotspot. You should be able to connect via the internet.
Does the guest network here need a password?
I don't think it does. No password required.
Wonderful.
For guest. Once you've done that, we're going to be looking for the HDMI cable. HDMI cable, it's going to go from your laptop directly to the back of the TV. The back of the TV, if you want to come this way. Very distinct cables that's going to be able to, you see one HDMI port right here, plug it into that port. You can also see that it's indicated as HDMI 3. You're going to prefer to look for that indicator. If not, there is only two other options, HDMI 1, HDMI 2, HDMI 3. Those are the only ones. You're not going to be looking for any other adapter setting. So once you connect it in, you're going to connect the other side to your laptop.
So you're plugging in HDMI 3.
We're going to connect it to 3 just because it's the most available. And we could see if this laptop, for example, it doesn't, so we're going to connect it to this dongle. And again,
That's a good adapter. Cool.
it's not uncommon for our laptops. The slimmer they are, less of the usually.
That's
less
great.
points. Next, again, we assume the TV was plugged in. It's not currently for this test. But let's get this guy plugged in, and then we will turn on the TV and change it to the correct input. And that's going to be, again, HDMI 3 is what we're looking for right now.
So plug in TV, plug in and connect camera, and connect TV to laptop, right?
Yes.
Those are 3 things right there.
So TV is plugged in.
That's where we plug it in. TV, got it.
There we go.
And you plugged it into the power strip down there?
Correct.
Great.
Now, the library for this section has power strips all across, and they also have them in these chairs.
Got it.
So it's already turned on. We're going to be looking at source. We can capture this. Source at the top of the remote.
Was the remote in the box?
Yes.
Thank you.
Shoot.
What are we looking for?
We're going to go to HDMI 3. Oops,
Got it.
not hitting the angle. Oh, it's down there. If you look at the red down here, where it's flashing, that's where we have to be angling the remote.
Okay.
Source, we're going to go to 3. We're good. You're
That's
in
the
your meeting.
laptop?
Correct.
Okay, so with the laptop, open up Zoom, plug into the meeting, and when do we see the camera receiving us?
So that would be during the actual application.
Okay.
So,
So the camera's working now, it's just gotta be on Zoom.
do you have Zoom routines on this one?
I have Teams.
Why don't
We
you
could
open
do a
it?
Zoom test if you use Zoom.
Yeah, do you want to throw me a Zoom and I'll connect on my phone?
Thank you.
Do you have the plugin to create a meeting?
I'm just doing that.
Oh, perfect. A test meeting. Okay. So,
Use the Brio as a camera as a
correct.
question.
Let me turn this down. Let's get this turned down. Let's start it on low volume so you can adjust it on
What is the audio intake for this meeting? Is it the computer or it's the TV?
Correct. So it's the laptop through HDMI to the TV.
The laptop is receiving the sound.
Exactly. So the TV, it's what's broadcasting the sound, but the laptop is where it's intaking from.
Gotcha. So if we're all sitting here talking, it's the volume's going into the laptop to the TV. So we need to talk loud enough for the laptop.
Well,
Got it.
the microphone's actually the camera. So the microphone is the intake. So what your microphone is the camera.
Okay.
And it actually has a very large range. You should be able to be around maybe a couple of tables back.
Okay.
And be able to audibly be heard. But at the same time, is the volume, the audio coming out is from the TV. So you're gonna go into the manager's room. It's the back side of the library. You're gonna retrieve the TV and the accessories. You're gonna set up the TV. You're gonna plug in the TV. Make sure that the camera is situated so you can be able to capture the audience. You're going to make sure that the camera and the TV via HDMI and USB-C are plugged into your laptop. Those are going to be your actual controls. Once the laptop, your computer, your TV are plugged into power, you should be able to turn on the TV with the remote. The assumption is
Which button?
You're going to turn on the TV with the power button, and the assumption is you're connected to the side of the TV's HDMI 3, but there is 2 other HDMI ports you can use. They're distinctively marked. You'll find the source button at the top right of the remote. You click on that source button, you're going to identify the lit up source. Select the one. In this demo, we used HDMI 3. It should bring up the screen that you are seeing and duplicate it from your actual computer. From there, you operate your Zoom meeting like you would normally, and then the feedback will come from the audio side of the microphone that's attached to the webcam, and the sound will come directly from the TV.
Wonderful. And the Zoom recording, we do that on the application.
On the application.
And we're using the guest Wi-Fi in this building, and that requires no password.
Correct. Guest Wi-Fi, no password.
Wonderful. And camera and mic are connected to computer and TV. TV is connected to computer.
Yep.
TV is connected to power source.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So you're going to want to be plugging this in. If your computer does not have the native adapters needed for USB-A and for HDMI, we suggest you to use this adapter. The adapter is going to connect with the USB-C. You're going to preferably use the blue ports for the camera. That's going to be your USB-A. And then you're going to use the HDMI port for the TV. Now, if you have the option on your laptop, use the laptop option. If you don't, this will be here for you. Perfect.
TV and camera mic are plugged into the computer.
Correct.
Got it.
Again, this one's just a backup camera if something
Okay.
happens, but that one